Well, good evening and welcome to Weslaco High School. Weslaco Panther Baseball Stadium is where we are at as K-West brings you Weslaco Panther Baseball, non-district non-district matchup between your Weslaco Panthers and the visiting Harlingen Cardinals. Introductions of players and the national anthem has already been had. So let's go ahead and give you the lineups for both ball clubs. Let's go ahead and get it started with the visiting team, the Harlingen Cardinals, and they'll bat in this order. Leading off will be the second baseman, Nate Gonzalez, wearing jersey number 13. Batting second, number 2, the shortstop, Isaiah Gaitan. In the 3-hole, it is the catcher, number 12, Marco Snavely. In the cleanup spot, it's the first baseman, number 20, Jaden Rodriguez. Batting fifth, number 15, the pitcher, Israel Ibarra. Batting sixth will be the left fielder, number 5, Adan Ibarra. Batting seventh is going to be the third baseman, Caleb Rangel, number 24. Batting eighth is going to be the designated hitter, number 6, Julian Cardenas. And batting ninth will be the center fielder, number 4, Andy Garza. Your Panthers will line up this way defensively. At third base is Luis Lopez. At second base, Rick Aguirre. First baseman is Jacob Ramirez. The shortstop is Diego Castillo. Left field, Evan Rodriguez. Carlo Castillo is in center. Noah Calderon is in right. Behind the plate, doing the catching tonight is going to be Ethan Silva. And on the mound for your Weslaco Panthers tonight, Jose Hernandez. Jose Hernandez coming in to tonight's contest 1-0 as he's got 2 appearances so far this season. So he's got a win and a no contest. Umpiring crew for tonight, it's a 2-man crew. On the bases is going to be Eddie Salinas. And calling the balls and strikes is going to be Adam Manzano. One of the big stories tonight, of course, is going to be the weather. We've got South Texas temperatures. At game time, it is 82 degrees. Sun is still up for a little while. I think maybe 1 or 2 innings will have a little bit of sunlight. Light should come on before the end of the first inning. But the big story tonight is going to be the wind. It's blowing out of the southeast at 18 miles an hour. And I heard on the newscast that gusts are up about the 40-mile-an-hour range. So that's something to watch out for tonight. You can see it on your screen. The American flag in center field blowing out towards right. So it's going to be something to watch out. As I was watching the pregame, the warm-ups, that ball moved quite a bit. But we're ready for live action here at Weslaco Panther Baseball Stadium, and the Cardinals will get things started with their leadoff batter, the second baseman, number 13, Nate Gonzalez. Gonzalez is a .235 hitter on this Cardinal ball club. He's had 34 at-bats. He's at 5 runs, 8 hits, 3 RBIs so far this season. Jose Hernandez on the mound, wind up, pitch, fouled back into the netting. And just like that, it's 1 strike and no balls on the batter, Nate Gonzalez. That's a breaking ball inside, missing for ball 1. One ball and 1 strike is the count on the leadoff batter, Nate Gonzalez. Wind up and the pitch. That is on the outside corner for strike 2. Good looking changeup from the pitcher, Jose Hernandez. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on, and that's a rip right between the shortstop and the third baseman out into left field. Rodriguez will pick it up and toss it in, keep it to a single. And the leadoff batter gets things started with a base hit to left field. So the leadoff batter is on. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Isaiah Gaitan. Gaitan is a .242 hitter on this Cardinal ball club. He's had 33 at-bats, 8 hits, scored 8 times. He's knocked in 5 runs. He's got 1 triple on the season. Swing and a miss or strike 1. Nothing in 1 to count on the batter. That's on the outside, runner going. Silva had a little bit of difficulties trying to get that out of his glove, so Nate Gonzalez gets into second uncontested. So the count is 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, runner at second. Showing bunt, fouls it back, and now the count is 1-2. Cardinals trying to play a little small ball here early on. So 1-2 count on the batter, Isaiah Gaitan. Pitch on its way, swung on, fouled back into the netting. Count will remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swung on right at the shortstop. Castillo picks it up, fires at the first for out number 1. Good job by Castillo keeping the runner on second base as he looked him on and fired at the first to Jacob Ramirez, who quickly made sure that the runner, Gonzalez, wasn't going to go anywhere. So with 1 out, that'll bring up the catcher, Marco Snavely. Snavely batting .265 this season. 34 at-bats, 9 hits, 7 knocked in. He's got 3 doubles this season. Swings at the first pitch, knocks it foul down the left field side of the park. And the count is 0-1. Swung on, that foul down the third baseline. Coach Rangel grabs it, throws it back to the pitcher. So 0-2 is the count on the batter, Snavely. So he finds himself behind in the count. Here comes the 0-2. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. Good looking pitch from Hernandez. And now there are 2 outs here in the first inning, and that's going to bring up the cleanup spot, the first baseman, Jaden Rodriguez. Rodriguez batting .273 this season.
Batting for the Cardinals, number 20, Jaden Rodriguez.
He's got 37 plate appearances. He's got 9 hits, scored 4 times, 2 RBIs this season. Swings at the first pitch and misses for strike 1. That one misses outside. Throw back to second is not in time. Actually catches the runner, Gonzalez, and stays put, the ball that is. Swung on and fouled down the first base side. Foul ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter, Jaden Rodriguez. Two outs here in the top of the first. Wind up pitch on its way, missing low. Count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wasting no time is Hernandez. Here comes a pitch, breaking ball, fouled to right field, and count remains the same at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oh, 2 balls and 2 strikes. I stand corrected. Hernandez steps off the mound, collects his thoughts, gets right back on. Here comes the 2-2. Outside, count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the first. Runner at second. Swung on and missed for strike number 3. And after giving a leadoff single, Hernandez able to retire the next 3 batters in a row. So the Cardinals do get 1 hit, no runs. Leave a runner stranded. We go to the bottom of the first. You're watching Panther Baseball right here on KWES. Panthers taking on the Cardinals in a Dawn District matchup. Panthers coming up to bat for the first time, and they'll bat in this order. Matt Cortez will be leading things off, followed by the left fielder, Evan Rodriguez. Catcher, Ethan Silva batting third. The cleanup hitter is going to be the shortstop, Diego Castillo. Batting fifth is second baseman, Rick Aguirre. Batting sixth, Carlo Castillo playing center field. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Jacob Ramirez. Batting eighth is Luis Lopez at third base, and the right fielder is batting ninth, Noah Calderon. Harlingen left field is going to be Alan Ibarra. Center field, Andy Garza. Right field, Christian Kellogg. First pitch high. Third baseman, Caleb Rangel. Nate Gonzalez at second. Jaden Rodriguez at first. At shortstop, Isaiah Gaitan. Marco Snavely is behind the plate doing the catching. Israel Ibarra is on the mound. Left-handed pitcher for the Cardinals. Second pitch misses high as well. And just like that, it's 2-0. The count to Matt Cortez. Matt Cortez is the designated hitter for your Panthers today. Ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes on the batter, Matt Cortez. Four straight pitches, and Cortez is on base. So the Panthers get the leadoff batter on. Matt Cortez and Jacob Ramirez, both lefties on this ball club, but also their dads played for the Harlingen Cardinals.
Number 15, Evan Rodriguez.
That'll bring up the left fielder, Evan Rodriguez. First pitch is a pass ball, and that'll advance the runner to second. So Matt Cortez is at second. Evan Rodriguez batting .312 this season. He's got 5 hits. He scored twice. He's got 1 RBI. And quickly, Coach Rangel makes his way out to the mound as Ibarra has thrown 5 straight pitches out of the strike zone. And a couple of them have been pretty out of the strike zone, if you get what I mean. So trying to get him settled out there as we get this game started here this evening. So after the timeout, they break huddle at the mound and come back to get ready to start playing more ball here. 1-0 is the count to Rodriguez. That pitch on the inside part of the plate catches the inside corner for strike 1. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike. That's a breaking ball, missing high for ball 2. I was talking to Coach Garcia before the ball game and asked him about this wind, and asked him jokingly, "Hey, is that going to take any MPHs off the velocity of the pitching today? Because it's blowing pretty hard." That is a line drive to first base, trying to get back a double up Matt Cortez, but could not. Matt was way off the bag, but a good job by the first baseman, Jaden Rodriguez, to snag that one for out number 1. That'll bring up the catcher, Ethan Silva. Ethan batting .211 this year. He's got 4 RBIs on the season. Runner at second, 1 out. Here comes a pitch. A breaking ball catches the outside corner for strike 1. It's a good-looking pitch from Ibarra. I tried to throw that pitch earlier to Rodriguez, just a little high on that one, but this time brought it down, and that one did catch the plate. So 0-1 to count to Silva. Nothing in 1 to count. Here comes a pitch. Breaking ball hit high to center field. Back goes Garza. Makes the grab. Tagging is Cortez. And Cortez will get into third standing. So there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Cortez standing at third base. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Diego Castillo. Diego Castillo leading in a lot of categories, batting .412 this season. That's 6 RBI, 2 doubles. Chance to add some more to that RBI total this season. Swings at the first pitch, and he does. Knocks in RBI number 7. So So Castillo takes a whack at the first pitch, knocks it into left field, brings Cortez in, and your Panthers lead 1-0. And that's going to bring up Rick Aguirre, the second baseman.
Number 5, Rick Aguirre.
Aguirre batting .286 this season. 4 hits, 1 RBI. Pitch inside for ball 1. Breaking ball, check swing. Nope, did not call a strike. I saw that arm go out, and that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. He called it a strike. I saw that arm go out, but I didn't see like a motion. So it's going to be 1 ball and 1 strike. Breaking ball, good looking pitch, just a little bit inside for ball 2. Here comes the 2-1. That is hit to center field. Second base hit in a row. And Castillo's going to round second and go to third. That's an error on the center fielder. He's going to come home. So that's a single and an error on the center fielder as he just couldn't get that ball cleanly. So Castillo comes in to score to make it a 2-0 ball game. So that's going to bring up Carlos Castillo. Castillo batting .364 this season. 4 hits, 2 doubles. First pitch to Castillo. Breaking ball, that one is over the plate for strike 1. Bada starting to get some control of that breaking ball. That's a very good breaking ball that he's got. Swung on and fouled back, 0-2 the count. And on right-handed batters, that curveball comes into you. So a lot of times it really catches you on the inside part of the bat and short arms you. Nothing in 2 the count. Another breaking ball. This time it stays outside for ball 1. Here comes the 1-2. That one way outside for ball 2. That flag is blowing in different directions. That wind is beginning to kind of circle a little bit because we see it sometimes blowing to right, and then we'll see it blowing straight out to center field. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on the batter, Carlos Castillo. Swung on right at the shortstop, Gaitan. He fields it, throws it to first. In the dirt, good grab by Rodriguez for out number 3. But the Panthers do get 2 runs on the 3 hits, leave a runner stranded. We played 1 inning of baseball here at Panther Baseball Field. And at the end of 1, it's your Panthers 2, the Cardinals 0.
Being able to play my trumpet in front of different audiences has prepared me for the next step in my life. I'm heading to the United States Marines, where I'll be playing for the Marine Corps Band and representing Weslaco ISD and our country.
Registration is now open for the 2025-2026 school year.
Getting ready to start the second inning here at Panther Baseball Field. And the Cardinals coming up to bat. They'll get things going with the fifth batter, the pitcher, Israel Ibarra, followed by Adan Ibarra and Caleb Rangel. Israel Ibarra, the pitcher for the Cardinals, is a left-handed batter, batting .211 this season. Facing the right-hander, Jose Hernandez of your Panthers. First pitch. Ball one. 1-0 count. Second pitch missing low and inside for ball two. Here comes a 2-0. That is on the outside corner for strike one. 2 balls and a strike on the batter, Israel Ibarra. Swung on, that's a chopper to the second baseman. Aguirre picks it up on the second hop, fires it to first for out number one. That'll bring up the left fielder, Adan Ibarra. Him and the pitcher are cousins. I asked Coach Rangel what the relation was. He said they're cousins. So the left fielder, right-handed batter, Adan Ibarra, batting .250, swings at the first pitch. Out goes the second baseman. In comes the center fielder, and Carlos Castillo. He can't get to it. It falls right there in the middle of both of them for a base hit. So with one out and one runner on, that's going to bring up the third baseman, Caleb Rangel. Swing and a miss, strike one. Second pitch inside for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike to the batter, Caleb Rangel. Swings at this pitch. It's a high fly ball in the shallow right field. In comes Noah Calderon. Makes a grab, running, goes to first to try to double him up and can't get it there in time. Good effort there by Jacob as the ball was a little short, keeping it in front of him, not allowing it to get away and giving an extra base to the runner. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up Harlingen Cardinals, the designated hitter for the Cardinals. .368 hitter on this Cardinal ball club. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it out of play right behind the Panthers' dugout. Oh, it doesn't go out of play. Pretty deep foul territory here at Weslaco Panther baseball field. Could have been that the wind held it in the ballpark, because that looked like it was going to go out of play, at least from where I'm sitting. So nothing in 1 to count. That one missing inside. Snap throw to first, not in time. One ball, 1 strike. That one misses outside. Going back to first again is Silva, not in time. So now the count is 2 balls and a strike. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the batter. Swung on, second baseman diving, cannot make the grab. It makes its way into center field. And that's a base hit for the designated hitter, Julian Cárdenas. And on his way to third is Adani Vargas, and makes it in there standing. So the Cardinals, with 2 hits here in this inning, have runners at the corners with 2 outs, and that'll bring up the 9th spot, the center fielder, Andy Garza. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it back for strike 1. Nothing in 1 to count to the batter, Andy Garza. Swings at that pitch. It's in the gap in left center field. Center fielder Castillo runs over, grabs it, but the runner is on his way to second and third. So an RBI double for Andy Garza. Runners at second and third. Cardinals get a run in, make it a 2-1 ball game. And we go to the top of the batting order. Nate Gonzalez now batting for the Cardinals. Gonzalez, 1 for 1 today. Knocked a hit into left field and stole second base back in the first inning. Swings at the first pitch, and he knocks this one into center field, so it's an RBI single for him. Here comes RBI number 2. So Nate Gonzalez with 2 RBI in his second plate appearance is 2 for 2 here in this ball game. And now the Cardinals are up 3-2. And that'll bring up Isaiah Gaitan. He's grounded out to the shortstop back in the first. First pitch to him misses inside for ball 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, Isaiah Gaitan. Breaking ball, that's a hit to center field. Castillo intercepts it, gets it in quickly. Second baseman struggles with it, but runner coming in. Errant throw over the head of Silva into the backstop. So Gaitan with a single advances on the errant throw. But a run does come across, and that's 4 runs here in the second inning for the Cardinals. And now they lead 4-2. Timeout on the field as Coach Garcia going to come and have a couple of words with his young pitcher, Jose Hernandez. As they have a discussion on the mound, we're going to take a timeout. This is Panther Baseball right here on K-West. After the quick visit at the mound, back to live action. It'll bring up the catcher, Mark Snavely. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Struck out his first time at the plate. First pitch swung on, fly ball. Second baseman Aguirre going out. In comes the center fielder, Carlo Castillo, and he'll make the grab for out number 3. But not before the Cardinals are able to get 4 runs on 5 hits. Leave a man stranded, and we go to the bottom of the second. It's the Cardinals 4, your Panthers 2. Panthers coming to bat here in the bottom of the second inning, and they'll get things started with batters 7, 8, and 9. Jacob Ramirez, left-handed batter for the Panthers, will get things started here in the bottom of the second. Jacob Ramirez batting .250 this season. Swings at the first pitch. It's a chopper to the pitcher. Pitcher's going to toss it over to first, and they get him. Little confusion there with the pitcher and the first baseman. I think the first baseman was expecting the pitcher to tag him. But I don't think the pitcher was going to get there on time on the speedy Ramirez. That'll bring up the third baseman, Luis Lopez. Luis Lopez don't have a batting average on him this season. At least not in our stat book yet. First pitch to him misses low for ball 1. Breaking ball, swung on, going to right field. Noah. Christian Kellogg making the grab for out number 2. That'll bring up Noah Calderon, the right fielder.
Now batting for your Panthers, number 11, Noah Calderon.
First pitch to Calderon. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Two pitches, 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2. Swung on, grounder to second. Gonzalez moves over to his left, flicks it over to first for out number 3. So the Panthers come up empty here in the bottom of the second inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. We played 2 innings of baseball here at Panther Stadium, and it's the Cardinals 4, your Panthers 2. We'll be right back.
Working at the cafe along with my culinary arts classmates has been an amazing experience. It's creativity, it's business, it's teamwork, it's an experience. Come cook with us.
Registration is now open for the 2025-2026 school year.
And the Cardinals send batters 4, 5, and 6 to the plate. Jaden Rodriguez, Israel Ibarra, and Adan Ibarra. They lead 4-2 here in the top of the third. The first pitch from Hernandez right across the plate for strike 1. Swung on and fouled out of play for strike 2. Rodriguez is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time at the plate. That is hit to center field. Castillo coming in. Sliding, cannot make the grab. Good effort there by Castillo coming in and sliding, trying to make the grab. Just couldn't get to it in time. And it falls for a base hit. That'll bring up the pitcher, Israel Ibarra. He's 0 for 1 tonight, grounded out to the second baseman last inning. Showing bunt. Did he bring it back? No, he did not, so that's strike one. Nothing in one to count. Showing bunt is Ibarra. Brings it back. But was that across the plate for a strike or not? We'll see what the umpire says. Doesn't give us a signal, so I'm guessing it's a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to the batter, Ibarra. Swung on and missed for strike 2. So the count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the 3rd strikeout of the night for Hernandez. So with 1 out, 1 runner at first, that'll bring up the left fielder, Adan Ibarra.
Batting for the Cardinals, number 5, Adam Ibarra.
First pitch is outside for ball 1. Second pitch misses outside as well for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes on the batter, Ibarra. Ibarra is 1 for 1. He also scored back in the second inning. Swung on, fouled back, strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. Here comes a 2-1. Little high for ball 3. Three balls and a strike on the batter. Swung on and fouled. That's going to make its way out of play. And the count now is full. Here comes the payoff pitch. That's going to be ball 4 in the turf. That's the first walk issued by Hernandez this evening. We got runners at first and second. That's going to bring up Caleb Ranquel. And Coach Garcia making his way out to the mound. And that may do it for Hernandez tonight. And he is. He's taking the ball from him. So we'll be back, and we'll give you who's coming onto the mound in relief. Panthers down 4-2. And that is it for Jose Hernandez. Pitched 2 1/3 innings, gave up 4 runs on 6 hits. And in relief is going to be Matt Cortez. He'll face Caleb Rangel for the first batter of his start here. First pitch missing for ball one. Rangel is 0 for 1 tonight. He flew out to right field back in the second inning. Runners at first and second, one out. Swung on and missed for strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike is the count on the batter, Rangel. Inside for ball two. That missing just a bit inside for ball three. Three-one to count. Good looking breaking ball for strike two. Little off speed pitch there from Cortez. That's going to be ball four, so runners will advance and the bases are full. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Julian Cardinals. 1 for 1 tonight at RBI. The first pitch is in there for strike one. Inside, ball one. That one inside for ball two. Two balls and a strike to the batter, Julian Cárdenas. That's a good-looking fastball for strike two. Here comes the... Get him swinging for strike three. So the first strikeout for Cortez here tonight. And now there are 2 outs in the inning. That'll bring up Andy Garza. Garza 1 for 1 tonight. First pitch missing low inside for ball one. Swung on and missed for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Pitch missing low for ball two. Two-one is the count on the batter, Garza. Inside for ball three. At the numbers for, or the letters better yet, for strike two. And they got a guy in the rundown. And an errant throw from Cortez to Ramirez, and a run will come across. And it's 5-1. Runners advance. So now runners at second and third with 2 outs. Strike 3, got him looking on a good inside changeup. But the Cardinals do get one more run to extend their lead to 5-2, leave 2 runners stranded. We'll be right back right here on K-West.
Welcome to Weslaco ISD and Rico Elementary's School of Rock.
I like doing the band because I had my friend join with me, and it's really fun.
I feel very nervous, but also at the same time I feel super duper excited.
It feels awesome because you know that you're a part of something really special.
For experiences like this at Weslaco ISD, register at wisd.us or call 969-6670.
Panthers coming to bat here in the bottom of the third and get things started with the leadoff batters. It'll be batters 1, 2, and 3. All to face Israel Ibarra, Matt Cortez, Evan Rodriguez, and Ethan Silva. Cortez walked on 4 straight pitches his first time at the plate. First pitch to him, a breaking ball, a strike. So that's the first strike he sees tonight. That's another breaking ball. He fouls this back into the netting for strike 2. Oh, 2. Swung on. That's a short fly ball right at the second baseman for out number 1. And that'll bring up Evan Rodriguez, the left fielder. He hit a line drive to the first baseman his first time at the plate.
Up to bat for your Panthers, number 15, Evan Rodriguez.
First pitch missing inside for ball 1. Pitch missing outside for ball 2. Here comes the 2-0. Swung on, chopper to the shortstop. Gaitan picks it up, fires at the first in the turf, and the runner Rodriguez is safe. That'll bring up Ethan Silva. Silva is 0 for 1, flew out to center field his first time at the plate.
Number 8, Ethan Silva.
First pitch to Silva, swung on, fly ball. Back goes Rodriguez. Second baseman Gonzalez calls him off and makes the grab. And that is out number 2 here in the bottom of the third, and that'll bring up Diego Castillo. Castillo is 1 for 1 tonight. Base hit to left field.
Up to bat for your Panthers, number 1, Diego Castillo.
First pitch right at the shortstop. One hopper goes to second for out number 3. So the Panthers do not get any hits, leave a runner stranded. No runners come across. We go to the top of the 4th. It is 5-2 Cardinals on top.
Working at the cafe along with my culinary arts classmates has been an amazing experience. It's creativity, it's business, it's teamwork, it's an experience. Come cook with us.
Registration is now open for the 2025-2026 school year.
We are in the top of the fourth inning. The Cardinals lead 5-2, and they'll get things started with the top of the order. 1, 2, and 3. Nate Gonzalez, Isaiah Gaitan, and Marco Snavely. Nate Gonzalez is 2 for 2 tonight. First pitch to him is in there for strike one. Single to left, single to center. Second time at bat, he had 2 RBI single. That's a rocket right back at the pitcher, Cortez. He picks it up. Got him at first base. What a job by Cortez. A rocket right back at him. Got a little bit of the glove on it, just enough to get it to stop right behind the mound. Runs after it and fires a strike to first. For out number 1. That'll bring up Isaiah Gaitan. Gaitan is 1 for 2 tonight. Swings and misses at the first pitch for strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. That is inside for ball one. Ethan Silva wanted him rung up. He was ready to throw that to third base. Swing and a miss, strike three. That's going to bring up the catcher, number 12, Marco Snavely. Snavely is 0 for 2 tonight, struck out and popped out. First pitch, inside for ball one. Second pitch, inside for ball two. Here comes the 2-0. That's across the plate for strike one. 2 balls and a strike is the count to the batter, the catcher, Marco Snavely. That is a base hit into left field. So the first batter is on here in the top of the fourth inning. That'll bring up the first baseman, Jaden Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 1 for 2 tonight. He scored back in the third. Scored on that errant throw from from Matt to Jacob. Runner going, swing and a miss. Throw is not on time. So Snavely in there with the stolen base. So 0-1 is the count on Rodriguez. Swung on and fouled back. That goes into the netting for strike two. No balls and 2 strikes. Pitch inside for ball one. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on, fouled back into the netting for strike. Count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Same result, fouled into the netting. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch again. Little low inside for ball 2. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and fouled back almost in the same spot 3 times in a row. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Breaking ball high, full count. Ball 4. So long battle there between Rodriguez and Cortez. Rodriguez finally walks and runners at first and second with 2 outs. That'll bring up Israel Ibarra, the pitcher. He's 0 for 2 tonight, a ground out and a strikeout. That's what he's done at the plate so far today.
Batting for the Cardinals, number 15, Israel Ibarra.
First pitch, missing outside for ball 1. That one is across the plate for strike 1. Throw back to second, not in time. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count to Ibarra. Another breaking ball. That one missing for ball 2. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Swung on and fouled back. Count remains the same at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outside, count is now full. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Runners at first and second. Rangel Israel Ibarra at the plate. Runners going, and that is strike 3. Gets him looking. That is the 4th strikeout for Cortez tonight. Cardinals leave 2 runners stranded, get no runners across. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 5-2, Cardinals on top. Bottom of the 4th inning, batters 5, 6, and 7, Rick Aguirre, Carlo Castillo, Jacob Ramirez due up for your Panthers as they trail 5-2 against the Harlingen Cardinals. Timeout called by Aguirre. First pitch in there for strike one. Breaking ball missing high for ball one. 1-1 is the count to Rick Aguirre. Aguirre 1 for 1 tonight. Single to center back in the first. That pitch missing inside for ball two. Here comes a 2-1. That is hit high to center field. Back goes the center fielder, and it's over his head. And that's going to be a double, maybe a triple for Aguirre. He slides into third safely. So Aguirre gets things started here for your Panthers with a three-bagger over the center fielder, Andy Garza's head. And that'll bring up Carlo Castillo. Castillo's 0 for 1 tonight, a ground out to the shortstop back in the first. First pitch missing for ball one. Showing bunt. Brings it back. Breaking ball. Swung on. Fly ball to center field. In comes Garza. Out goes the second baseman. That's going to drop for a base hit. Nobody at second. Going to second. And they get him. The first baseman, Jaden Rodriguez, starts moving to second. And gets there in time to take the throw. But that is an RBI single for him. 8-3, if I'm not mistaken, on that play. But he is credited with a single and an RBI. That'll bring up Jacob Rodriguez, the first baseman. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Ground out to the pitcher. Ramirez, left-handed batter, looks at the first pitch. Did he go around? They're going to say yes. Strike one. So 0-1 is the count to Jacob Ramirez. Swung on and missed. Strike two. Here comes the 0-2. Swung on and fouled back into the netting. Count remains 0-2. Here comes the 0-2. That is inside. That's going to hit him in the back. So he'll get a free base. And that'll bring up Luis Lopez. He's 0 for 1, fly out to right field.
Now playing for your Panthers, number 20, Luis Lopez.
So there is one out in the inning. Runner at first in Ramirez. Lopez at the plate. 5-3 ball game. First pitch is going to miss low for ball 1. Pitch missing low and inside for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes to the batter, Luis Lopez. That one's going to be high for ball 3. Here comes the 3-0. Ball 4. So the last two batters have gotten free bases, hit by pitch and a base on balls. And that'll bring up Noah Calderon. He is 0 for 1. A ground out to the second baseman back in the second inning. Runners at first and second, one out. Ibarra steps off the rubber. Back on. First pitch to Calderon. Not going to happen. Now here comes the first pitch to Calderon. Showing bunt, brings it back. Was it on time? It was, so ball 1. Kind of hard to tell with Manzano behind the plate. He keeps that arm out. So 1-0 count. Shows bunt. That pops fly back behind the plate for strike 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, Calderon. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Bunt again. This time he does lay it down. Only play is at first, and they get him. But a good sacrifice bunt for Calderon to advance the runners. So runners at second and third, 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. And we head to the top of the order. It's Matt Cortez.
Now batting for your Panthers, number 3, Matt Cortez.
Cortez is 0 for 1, a walk and a run. Base hit potentially ties this ball game. Barra steps back. Snavely will go out and have a few words with him. We've seen Ibarra come off the mound about, this may be the 3rd or 4th time this inning already. And it happened right after he gave up 2 free bases. The hit by pitch and the base on balls. So first pitch to Cortez. Is on its way. Swung on and fouled out of play for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. That one misses outside for ball 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike is the count on Cortez. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Missing outside, ball 2. Two one is the count on Cortez. Swung on, shallow left center field, and that drops for a base hit. 2 runners will score, and that's a 2 RBI double for Cortez. And the ball game is tied. 5-5 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That'll bring up Evan Rodriguez. Timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. Tied ball game 5-5. We'll be right back. After the timeout, We come back, and it's Evan Rodriguez. Reached on an error, then got thrown out on a fielder's choice last inning. First pitch is a changeup in there for strike one. Swings at that one. Chopper right back to the pitcher. Picks it up, fires it to first for out number 3. But your Panthers do get 3 across. 2 on a double from Matt Cortez to tie this one up. We've played 4 complete innings of baseball here at Panther Baseball Field. And it is a 5-5 ball game between the Cardinals and your Panthers. We'll be right back.
Welcome to our Weslaco ISD Elementary School.
Today I'll be learning about the anatomy of a cell. But later today it will be lights, camera, action, and in the news. Or, alright, who's ready to rock and roll? Or getting ready for my swimming lesson from a certified lifeguard instructor.
Weslaco ISD Elementary Schools, where we are living our best lives now.
Going to the top of the 5th inning, batter 6, 7, and 8 coming to the plate for the Cardinals. Adan Ibarra, Caleb Rangel, and Julian Cardenas. All to face the pitcher, Matt Cortez. First pitch on the outside corner for strike one. Adan Ibarra is 1 for 1. Singled to right and scored back in the second, walked in the third. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike on the batter, Ibarra. Swung on and fouled back for strike 2, so the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2. Breaking ball, missing outside for ball 3. Did he go around? They're going to say he did. Strike 3. So Cortez strikes out the first batter he faces here in the 5th inning. That'll bring up Caleb Rangel. Rangel is 0 for 1. A fly out to right and a walk is what he's done so far tonight at the plate. Home plate umpire Manzano wasn't sure if he went around, looked at Eddie Salinas. Salinas said, yes, he did. First pitch to Rangel is in there for strike 1. Missing inside for ball 1. High for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike on the batter, Caleb Rangel. Little high for ball 3. Ethan Silva going to go out there and talk to Matt Cortez. 3 balls and a strike is the count. Home plate umpire, a little upset. We're having some difficulties with the scoreboard. There's like a delay. I've noticed that. I'm sitting right next to the scoreboard operator, and he punches the numbers, and there's like a 3 to 4 second delay before they show up there. And the home plate umpire keeps looking back here as if there is an issue, which there is, but kind of hard to control it when you don't have control on it. That is in there for strike 2. So the count now is full on the batter. Here comes a payoff pitch. That gets him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts by Cortez on the first 2 batters he's faced here in the 5th, and that'll bring up Julian Cardenas. Cardenas was Cortez's first strikeout victim back in the 3rd. He's 1 for 2 tonight. The first pitch is in there for strike 1. Cortez has 6 strikeouts already here coming in on relief. That pitch misses inside for ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2 pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Matt Cortez as he strikes out the side. And that is strikeout number 7 for him. We go to the bottom of the 5th, all knotted up at 5. And Aguirre due up for your Panthers. 3, 4, and 5. And we are tied at 5. Ethan Silva is 0 for 2 tonight. A fly out to center and a flop pop up to second base. First pitch is high for ball 1. Swung on and missed for strike 1. One ball, 1 strike is the count. In the turf for ball 2. Two balls and a strike is the count to Ethan Silva. Breaking ball, swung on, fly territory, out goes the first baseman, can't catch up to it, and it drops in foul territory for strike 2. That took at least 10 seconds to get up there. 2 balls, 2 strikes is the count. Swung on and missed for strike number 3. That's the first out here in the bottom of the 5th, and that'll bring up Diego Castillo. He has a single, an RBI single in the 1st, reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. First pitch to Castillo. Breaking ball. Missing inside for ball 1. Another breaking ball. This time it is in there for strike one. One ball, one strike is the count to Diego Castillo. Swung on, chopper. That's going to be foul. Counting is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2-2 Castillo. Swung on, and that is right at the shortstop as he moving to his left. Good throw and a better catch by Rodriguez. Steps on the bag for out number 2. Rick Aguirre is now batting for your Panthers. 2 for 2. He scored in the 4th inning. We also had that big triple, 2 RBI triple. I'm sorry. He had the triple to get things started in the 4th inning. My bad. Couldn't read my own chicken scratch. As he had that big hit over the center fielder's head. So there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. So here comes the first pitch to Aguirre. That's a breaking ball, missing for ball 1. Another breaking ball swung on and missed for strike 1. One ball, one strike is the count. Inside for ball 2. Here comes a 2-1. Outside, ball 3. Three balls and a strike is the count on Aguirre. That's going to be at the letters for strike 2, so the count is now full. Here comes a payoff pitch. Swung on right back at the pitcher, catches him. He goes to first, and the runner's safe. A line drive right back at the pitcher. He did a great job picking it up and trying to go to first, but really couldn't get a good throw on it, as he couldn't put any weight on that left leg of his. So the runner's on. So they will call a timeout to look things over, and we'll take one as well. 5-5 ball game here at Panther Stadium. After the timeout to look over Israel Ibarra, he says, I'm going to stay in. Shaking things off back on the mound. Runner at first, 2 outs. That'll bring up Carlo Castillo. He's 1 for 2. He had that single, RBI single back in the 4th. Swings at the first pitch. Shortstop, good stop. Picks it up, fires the second for the 3rd out. So that'll do it for the Panthers. They get no runs on, no hits, 1 runner left on. We go to the 6th inning, and we are tied at 5. We'll be right back.
Being able to play my trumpet in front of different audiences has prepared me for the next step in my life. I'm heading to the United States Marines, where I'll be playing for the Marine Corps Band and representing Weslaco ISD and our country.
Registration is now open for the 2025-2026 school year.
Top of the 6th inning, 9-1 and 2 due up for the Cardinals. All the fate, Matt Cortez. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Andy Garza leading things off for the Cardinals, followed by Nate Gonzalez and Isaiah Gaitan. Second pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. Garza is 1 for 2 tonight, a double. And he scored back in the 2nd, struck out looking in the 3rd. Did he go around? No, he did not. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is strikeout number 8 for Matt Cortez. We go to the top of the order, Nate Gonzalez.
Back for the Cardinals, number 13, Nate Gonzalez.
Swung on and missed, strike 1. Nate Gonzalez is 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles and a ground out. Swung on, fouled back. This is going to be out of play for strike 2. Here comes the 0-2 offering from Matt Cortez. Rocks and fires. Missing for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Ball 2. Two balls and 2 strikes is the count to Nate Gonzalez. Swung on, fly ball. Out goes Jacob Ramirez. Can't catch up to it. Did a good job. Got way out there. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch from Matt Cortez. Swung on, fly ball. It's in the infield. Ramirez calls everybody off. He makes a grab for out number 2. Two outs here in the top of the 6th. Isaiah Gaitan now batting. Gaitan is 1 for 3. It's had a single back in the 2nd, ground out in the 1st, strikeout in the 4th. First pitch swung on, fouled back. Nothing in one to count. Swing and a miss, strike two. Here comes the 0-2. High for ball one. That's going to be a strike three looking for Matt Cortez. And that is strikeout number 9 for him. We've played 5.5. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still tied at 5 between the Cardinals and your Panthers. We'll be right back.
Working at the cafe along with my culinary arts classmates has been an amazing experience. It's creativity, it's business, it's teamwork, it's an experience. Come cook with us.
Registration is now open for the 2025-2026 school year.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's Jacob Ramirez, Luis Lopez, and Noah Calderon coming up for your Panthers. 7, 8, and 9, all to face Israel Ibarra. Jacob Ramirez grounded out in the 2nd inning, was hit by pitch and scored in the 4th. First pitch misses high for ball one. Swings at that pitch, hit to center field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. So Jacob Ramirez gets things started here in the 6th inning with a leadoff single. And that'll bring up Luis Lopez. Popped up to right in the 2nd, walked and scored in the 4th.
Number 20, Luis Lopez.
First pitch to Lopez. Not going to happen. First pitch to Lopez. Going to miss low for ball one. Who's the coach on third? Can't see. Lopez goes and has a few words with third base coach Yanez. One 0 is the count. Ramirez goes, throw on its way, and he's in there. Stolen base for Jacob Ramirez. Ball 2, 2-0 count on the batter, Luis Lopez. Nobody out, runner scoring position in Ramirez at second. Breaking ball. That's going to miss low inside for ball 3. Outside, and that's a 4-pitch walk to Lopez. So runners at first and second. That'll bring up Calderon. We got a pinch hitter. Jesse James Cantu going to be batting for Calderon.
James Cantu.
First pitch inside for ball one. Lady Panthers softball team just coming onto the field as they're going to come and cheer on their counterpart. They win 10-0 in 5 innings just across the hallway there, literally. Swung on, fouled back. Strike one. They defeated Edinburgh North. That catches inside corner for strike two. One ball, 2 strikes is the count on the batter, Jesse James Cantu. Breaking ball inside, count is even at 2. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed, and that is strike number 3. So there is one out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Runners at first and second in Ramirez and Lopez. And we go to the top of the order. It's Matt Cortez.
Number 3, Matt Cortez.
Cortez is 1 for 2, a walk. His hit was a double in the gap at left center field. Brought 2 in with that double back in the 4th inning. Let's see if we can bring 1 or 2 in here. First pitch is a breaking ball catching the outside corner for strike 1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Here comes the 0-2. Outside for ball 1. One-two pitch to Cortez. From Ibarra is on its way. High breaking ball, count is even at 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Tied ball game at 5 here in the bottom of the 6th. Swung on, and that's going to get between first and second. Here comes Ramirez rounding third. The throw to the plate, not in time. Single RBI from Cortez. That is his 3rd RBI of the night. Ramirez scores, and now your Panthers are up 6-5. And that's going to bring up Evan Rodriguez, the left fielder. He's been on in the third, reached on an error, then thrown out at second on a fielder's choice. Other than that, he's grounded out and he's lined out. Win around, that is strike one. Eddie Castillo, umpire on the basis that he did go around. So Matt Cortez having a big night. 9 strikeouts on the bump and 3 RBIs. Swung on and missed for strike two. One ball and 2 strikes is the count. Evan Rodriguez is the batter. Runners at first and second. Still just one out. Panthers up 6-5. That is a rocket to the shortstop. He picks it up, fires a second for one. On its way to first, can't get it, but they do get one. Now runners at the corner. So runners at first and third, 2 outs, and that'll bring up Ethan Silva, the catcher. He is 0 for 3 tonight. Pop out to center, pop up to second, and a strikeout.
Number 8, Ethan Silva.
Breaking ball that gets across the plate for strike one. Runner going, swung on, that's to right field, and that's going to be fair. 1 run comes in. That'll be 2 runs coming in. They're going to send them. And that's a 2 RBI double for Ethan Silva. So some insurance runs for your Panthers as they now lead 8-5. And that'll bring up Diego Castillo.
Salinas.
We got a pinch hitter, number 4, Abel Salinas. Breaking ball in there for strike one. Nothing to 1 to count. Missing for ball 1. 1-1 count to Salinas. Outside for ball 2. Breaking ball. That's going to miss inside for ball 2. Ball 3, excuse me. 3 balls and a strike is the count. Throw to second, not in time. Pitch on its way, swung on and missed, strike 2. So the count now is full. High for ball 4. So runners at first and second, 2 outs, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Rick Aguirre.
That for your Panthers, number 5, Rick Aguirre.
Aguirre is 2 for 2, reached on an error back in the 5th. Here comes the first pitch to Aguirre. That is in there for strike 1. Good looking curveball from Ibarra. Swung on, and that's going to be a base hit into left. They're going to send the runner in Castillo. Salinas in the third, and it is a stand-up double for Aguirre. Nine 5 is now the score. And that'll bring up Carlo Castillo, represents batter number 9 in this inning. So a big inning for your Panthers. They now lead 9-5. Timeout on the field. Coach Rangel going to go out and talk to his pitcher Ibarra. Panthers up 9-5. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Weslaco ISD and Rico Elementary's School of Rock.
I like being in the band because I had my friend join with me, and it's really fun.
I feel very nervous, but also at the same time I feel super duper excited.
It feels awesome because you know that you're a part of something really special.
For experiences like this at Weslaco ISD, register at wisd.us or call 969-6670.
We have a pitching change for the Cardinals. Going to the mound is the second baseman, Nate Gonzalez, to face Carlo Castillo, the 9th batter of the inning for your Panthers. 9-5 is the score. They lead here in the bottom of the sixth inning as they've brought 4 across. The first pitch from Gonzalez, missing for ball 1. Breaking ball, swung on and missed for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike is the count. That's going to miss outside for ball 1. Outside for ball 2. 3 balls and a strike. I stand corrected. Swung on and missed strike 2. So the count is full. Runners at second and third. In Salinas and Aguirre, 2 outs. Payoff pitch on its way. Swung on and missed for strike 3. But your Panthers do get 4 across to lead 9-5. They are 3 outs away from winning this one. We'll be right back. Cardinals come to bat in the top of the 7th inning, and they will bring 3, 4, and 5 to the plate. Marcos Snavely, Jaden Rodriguez, and Israel Ibarra all to face Matt Cortez. First pitch from Cortez, breaking ball high, swung on and missed for strike 1. Got him to chase one out of the zone. Did he go around? They're not going to check. They're going to stay with home plate umpire Adam Manzano. 1 ball and 1 strike. Outside for ball 2. Looks like the catcher, Snavely, wants to go talk things over with Coach Rangel. Out goes Silva, talk things over with Matt Cortez. Timeout done. Conversations done. And we're back to live action. 2 balls and a strike is the count to Snavely. Pitch on its way from Cortez. Swung on, high fly ball to center. Back goes Castillo, and it's over his head. Snavely on his way to second. And he's in with a leadoff double. That'll bring up Jaden Rodriguez, the first baseman. 1 for 2 and a walk, and he scored back in the 3rd. Nobody out, runner at second. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Matt got him to chase one out of the zone. That's going to be inside. That's a passed ball. One ball, one strike is the count to Rodriguez. Swung on and fouled back, strike two. One ball, two strikes is the count. Looks after that one, chases it, knocks it into right field for another base hit. Run will come in. So back-to-back hits from the Cardinals. Get a run in. 9-6 is now the score. Up to bat is going to be Israel Barrera. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Ground out and 2 strikeouts. One swinging and one standing. Got a pinch hitter, I think, is what they're talking about. Maybe not. Because that's a guy that I have on my roster. I was just guessing, but no, that's Ibarra at the plate. Not sure what that discussion was all about. First pitch, Ibarra is swung on and fouled back for strike one. Nothing in one to count to Ibarra. Going to first. They got him. Good pickup move from Cortez. Big lead from Rodriguez, and Cortez saw that all the way. And what a tag applied by Ramirez. So one out here in the inning. Outside for ball one. Ball two. Two balls and a strike to Ibarra. That is going to be in there for strike two. Two balls, two strikes on the batter, Ibarra. Breaking ball, grounder. Shortstop picks it up with just too slow, so that's going to be an infield hit. One out, runner at first, and that'll bring up Adan Ibarra, the left fielder. He is 1 for 2 and a walk. He's been struck out once tonight. First pitch on its way. Swung on, snap throw to first. They did not get him. He was back in time. Coach Garcia wants a little help. Manzano looks at him saying he was safe. Public address announcer wants a replay. After a little conference between the umpiring crew, they say safe. Nothing in one to count to the batter, Ibarra. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Here comes the 0-2. Inside, that's a wild pitch. Runner advances. One ball, 2 strikes is the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is strike out number 10 for Matt Cortez. 1 out away from securing the dub here at Panther Baseball Field. Caleb Rangel now the batter for the Harlingen Cardinals. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 strike away from securing the victory here at Panther Baseball Field. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch on its way. Gets him looking, and that's going to be the ball game. Your Panthers win this one. Final score 9-6. But what a night for Matt Cortez. 11 strikeouts on the night. He had 3 RBIs at the plate and 1 pickoff. So if we had to name a player of the game, it would be Matt Cortez tonight. But nonetheless, the Panthers pick up the W. They defeat the Harlingen Cardinals in a non-district contest. Final score in this one. Your Weslaco Panthers 9, the Harlingen Cardinals 6. I want to thank Vinny Berry for a great job on the camera. I am Joe Aguilar saying goodnight from Panther Baseball Field, where once again, your Panthers defeat the Cardinals. The final in this one, your Weslaco Panthers 9, the Harlingen Cardinals 6. We'll see you next time right here on K-West.